Alright, it's been a few days since I put the epoxy on there, the coat it. It looks like it's done a good job. I mean, everything's filled up, you know, nice. It has a very slick, hard surface. I've noticed with the glove that sometimes it'll kind of have a tack to it. This isn't tacky at all. So far so good. And we'll see, we'll test it out on the water. But today we're gonna go ahead and paint this thing. I've got this left over from actually the orange, the Alumacrush boat, because I'd painted it gray on the inside of it. And it's probably over half a gallon left in here. So we're going to use it. It'll probably take a couple coats at least, especially trying to cover up some of these green spots. And just going to use a little small foam roller. Same foam rollers I use on all of them. I get them from Harbor Freight. And I'll get a package of it. They come 2 in a pack at Harbor Freight. I can't remember how much they are, like $3 or something for 2, 3, maybe 4. It's a Vontae best quality 4-inch, half-inch foam roller. You just get one of these little cheap rollers from Lowe's or something. They usually come with some rollers too, but they usually suck. Because I have gotten some of these foam rollers. I think I got some from Lowe's one time, and the ends would fall apart. You get like, you wouldn't roll very much at all, and the little end cap would come off. And you'd have trash all in your paint. So far these rollers have done real good. I'm pretty pleased with them. All right, as far as prep, this stuff just says wash it with soap and water and lightly sand any shiny surfaces. I'm wondering if I need to do anything to the epoxy. I might probably need to read the can. It probably would be a good idea to go ahead and, you know, lightly sand all those spots, but like I said, this boat is not nothing special. I'm trying to get away with as little as possible on it because I don't want to have a whole lot of time and money wrapped up in it. Like I said, this is a $200 boat. I can't be spending weeks and weeks working on it trying to get $200. We're just gonna wipe it down with acetone. I mean, it did rain the other day, but I think it's fine. It would be a good idea to go ahead and wash the boat with soap and water and then go back over it with acetone too. But I think for this boat, I mean, wiping it down with acetone is going a step that I really don't want to do. So let's go ahead and do that, wipe it down, and then we'll roll this thing out. See how much of a polished sheen we can get on this turd. All right, there we go. One coat. With it being shiny and wet like that, man, you can really see all that paint that I didn't get off and all the little imperfections in this boat. So hopefully by painting it, we don't end up making it look worse. I do think this is somewhat of a gloss paint too. I can't remember. I think it just says smoke gray. But anyhow, hopefully once we get the second coat on, it will look a little bit better than it did before. Fingers crossed on that. But it says recoat time in 24 hours, so see you guys tomorrow. All right, here we are the next day. It's done dried up and somehow looks worse than it did before. You can see all of that paint that I left on there because I was being lazy. But we're gonna need another coat. And it is what it is. I mean, I could have spent another day or two getting this paint completely off, and yeah, it'd look better, but it still wouldn't make the boat worth any more money. I mean, it probably would have been smart of me to realize that this was gloss paint too, because that gloss would be making every little dent and ding jump out on you, and this thing has got plenty of them. But hopefully after another coat, it'll be one solid color, and it'll look good, or look better. I don't know if this boat would ever look good. I ain't gonna make y'all watch me paint it again. I'm gonna go ahead and slap another coat on and bring y'all back tomorrow when it's dry. Flip this thing over. All right, 2 coats, pretty much did it. It really could use a 3rd coat, but like I said before, don't wanna waste too much time on this boat. Time is money. So what we're gonna do now is try to flip this thing over and start cleaning out the inside, and we're gonna put some more of that epoxy on the rivets and those patch spots in there too. And then probably put a little paint job on it too. All right, let's do that. All right, we got these rivets on the inside coated and the little patches. Everything looks to be pretty solid. Now I know I'm kind of peeing in the wind by coating these rivets, because if it's going to leak, it's going to get behind this brace anyways. It just makes me feel better. I ain't going to spend a lot of time trying to fix the inside of this boat up. I'm going to take a little mouse sander and hit top edge of this, and I don't know, maybe a little bit on the sides. Like I said, I don't want to spend too much time doing it, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and do this bottom in black and finish this top rail in gray at least. Man, I really need to do it's gonna kill me not to paint the whole inside of this boat, because it's gonna look hideous. I'm not going ahead and making it uniform looking, but I got some extra black paint and I'd like to cover up these patches. I'm gonna let whoever buys this boat know that I patched it up, but it'll just look 10 times better. You can have these big gaudy patches staring at you in the face, even though it's going to be a big green blob on the side staring at you in the face. But just so y'all know, that's what I'm going to do. And I'm ready to get this thing out of my way. I need these sawhorses from the next project, and this boat is killing me. So anyways, that's what we're going to do today. Try to knock some of this stuff out. Beginning to wonder if we ain't making this boat look uglier. But anyhow, we got paint on the sides and the bottom. Really a waste of time putting that blue tape on there, but it's just, I don't know, it'd kill me to have stroke marks all the way on top of that gray. Next thing you know, I'd want to be painting the sides more than I already want to. This really is killing me not to do that, but man, this boat ain't worth it. I gotta keep telling myself. Anyhow, we're gonna let that dry, put another coat of gray on it tomorrow. And in the meantime, we can go ahead and work on this transom. Transom before, it was just a one little piece right in the middle we'll go ahead and put a full transom in. We're gonna do a cheap transom, exterior grade plywood. We're not gonna coat it with fiberglass resin, but we will go ahead and put a healthy coat of oil-based paint on all sides. So let's go ahead and work on that. I wouldn't say that is the best way to do a transom, but I think this transom is a little better than this boat. So the transom might outlast the boat. And the only extra step I probably would have went is to coat this thing in some kind of resin, like a fiberglass resin or something, to keep any water from really getting to it, or at least prolonging the life of it. All right, we're gonna let that silicone harden up. We're gonna put some oil-based paint on it again. Cut these bolts off. They was long. That's all I really had. And we'll be ready to take this thing out. Take the tape off. I think I'm gonna put that 3-horse Yamaha that I had on the budget build on here. Just throw this thing in the back of my truck, head to a slough, and hopefully everything works out. If not, I guess I'll be swimming. I won't be too much of a loss if this thing sinks to the bottom of the lake. All right, guys, that'll be the next video. I appreciate you hanging out with me, and I will see you on the next one.